Hey my loves, welcome back to Lavendaire. Today is another Plan With Me video. So if you're new here, this is an interactive planning series where I will share some prompts and give you some time to pause the video and write down your answers along with me. If you are not new here and you've been planning with me every single month, let me know down below your feedback on this series. Should I change it? Should I just update it a little bit? How should I change it if you want me to change it? Or should I just keep it the same? I feel like it's been over a year since we started doing these monthly planning videos. So I know some people like the consistency of like doing the same kind of questions every month in their Artist of Life workbook, and other people want to just do something different. So let me know down below what you want, and let's get started. So first, let's review July. So describe July in one word. Rate from 1 to 10 how much you agree with the statement. This month, I took steps to get closer to my dream life. List all your highlights from July. What is one thing that you learned? What is one thing that you're proud of? And how can you improve for next month? Here's this month's bonus question. What season of life am I in right now? Am I in a preparation phase or a harvesting phase or a hibernation phase? Remember that life happens in cycles and in phases. Sometimes it's a time for preparation, sometimes it's a harvest time, sometimes it's hibernation time, or maybe it's something else. So honor the phase of life that you're in right now. All right, fun. Now let's plan for August. First, set your intention. August will be blank. List your top 3 goals for the month. What are your mini goals for the month? So any habits or fun activities that you'd also like to do. Now make a weekly breakdown of your goals and mini goals. And lastly, put it all in your calendar so that you make sure you get it done. All right, so now I'm gonna share some of my answers from my monthly review. Last month's word in June was healing for me, and this month was transformation, because I think through healing, of course I was still healing in July, but I feel like I've transformed into a more light and carefree person as a result of the intense healing that I've been doing. My rating for July is definitely a 10 because everything I did helped me get closer to my dream life, and I feel much better about myself and my career, the different projects I have going on, and I just feel good. To share some highlights from July, I did the 15-day wellness challenge in July with you guys in our Vibely community. We even did like a live video chat in Vibely, so I got to talk to some of you in our community, and it was just really touching to connect with you guys face to face and to hear your stories about how the challenge or the community itself has changed you for the better. So that was beautiful and that was amazing. I went to Disneyland in July with Wilson and a couple girlfriends, and that was so much fun. I just felt like a big kid, and even though I'm 30 years old, I really feel like I'm still a kid. I feel like I'm a kid at heart, and I like to have fun. I like kiddish things, cute things, and roller coasters and eating sweets, and I just had so much fun. I spent a weekend in July being really inspired for some reason to sing again. I put a mic in front of my piano and I started just like putting my phone up, recording myself singing and playing piano, which literally was what I used to do as a hobby growing up. I did that starting from high school. I posted YouTube videos of singing, and I did that. Like, music was a huge part of my life for a while, and it was nice to do that again because I realized I need to sing. I need to creatively express myself through music. And for a while, I just was so focused on work, so focused on Lavendaire and what I was creating with that. Like, it is creative and it is fulfilling, but at the same time, there's a part of me that like needs to express myself through music, and it just felt good to do that, so that was a win. The last big highlight from July is my friends and I found and are in escrow for a house in Joshua Tree. So if you're not from California, Joshua Tree is like 2 hours from the city. It's the desert. There's a lot of like modern homes. It's a getaway destination where people have really cute Airbnbs there. And so me, Wilson, 2 other friends are putting our money and our time into a house to renovate to make it an Airbnb. So that is a completely different type of project that I'm excited to get involved in. I'm gonna help with the design and then the marketing once it's done. But I want to take you guys along with me on that ride because I think it's fun, first of all, to see a house being renovated. And then number two, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions about like buying a house, investing in something like that, and just like running an Airbnb, talking about building passive income in your life, financial freedom. So yeah, that is something completely new that we just started. The process is just beginning. I feel like I have no idea what the storm ahead of me is, but I'm excited. One thing that I learned from July was to allow myself to change. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to evolve and allow yourself to transform. And what's interesting about this time in my life was I was just so lost and confused. I knew things were changing, I just didn't know how. And now I start to feel a little bit more clear about the ways I'm changing and where I'm meant to grow towards. One thing that I'm proud of doing in July was doing a full day workshop on healing. I signed up for this whole day workshop by myself without Wilson. It's in the same practice as what I've been showing you guys in my past vlogs, body and brain yoga, but they held a workshop called Finding Your True Self. What that means is finding who you are underneath all the layers that are not you, underneath the limiting beliefs and the preconceptions that you have about the world, your conditioning, just trying to like release and let go of the unnecessary layers. And it's like a full day, really intense sort of experience with a small group. There was a lot of crying and laughing involved. And after doing that and the follow-up sessions after that workshop, I feel a lot more light and carefree. I feel like I had a lot of realizations that the internal pressures I put on myself, the pressure to succeed, the pressure to meet high expectations, and just feeling this like burden and this weight on my shoulder, I realized that that voice, like being hard on myself, is not me. That voice actually came from my dad. It came from him having high expectations on us and so many other things. It gets really deep, but all in all, I recognize that this voice I had in my head this whole time was not my own. It's not my voice. It came from somewhere outside of me, and I'm ready to release it. I'm ready to let go of his and my expectations and the pressure that I put on myself for no reason. Like I don't need that. I feel like I've done enough. For the longest time, the types of negative self-talk that I would have in my head are phrases like, I should be doing more. I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough. No matter how much I accomplished in my life, in my career, I always felt like, okay, that's not enough. Let me keep aiming for the next one. Let me do more and more and more. And that is not my voice. That was not my voice. That came from somewhere outside of me. And I'm ready to let go of that. I'm ready to just find peace with just being, with just existing, and accepting myself for whoever I am right now at the present moment. And how can I improve for next month? I feel like I did great in July. I did great. Moving forward, obviously I have this new project that I'm gonna have to start on, and who knows what's gonna happen, but I'm still anchoring myself in living joyfully, focusing on the love in my life, and living carefree without stress or expectations as much as possible. To answer the bonus question, what season of life are you in right now? I definitely feel like for the past year or 2 years, I've been kind of in a hibernation, slower phase, and maybe now I'm in a preparation phase. One of you guys commented on my last video saying that you looked up my Chinese astrology and you said that I am in the winter season of my life until 2023. And astrologically, that makes sense as well with like the transits of my birth chart. So I'm going through like transformation until 2023. So just hearing that info makes me feel better about not going so hard in life, because for a while I've wanted to go slow, reevaluate life, and maybe change directions. Not saying that I'm not trying to work hard or set goals, like I'm still doing those things, but I have more allowance for myself if things aren't like, if I'm not producing or if things aren't like showing results in the next couple years. I really do feel like the next couple years of my life are like building slowly, doing a lot of preparations, laying the foundation for what my life will be later on in like past 3 years. All right, moving on to August. So August for me will be new. I think there's a lot of new things to work on in August. So in August, my top 3 goals, number 1 is to continue this product development stage for our last 3 products that we are launching in early 2022. We wrapped up our fall launch products. I feel good about that. And now we're working on 3 products that we want to launch like early in 2022. And then number 2 is to finish our freaking website. I've been working on my website designs for almost a year. It's been so long. I feel like all these projects I've been working on for so long. I guess in the bigger scheme of things, a year is not that long, but you know how it is. It just feels long sometimes when you're in it. Number 3 is to start designing and renovating the new house that we just bought. And that is a whole new project with a lot of new tasks, new things that I'm gonna have to learn. I'm really like a baby. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. A lot of us don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. Every pro was once an amateur, so it's okay to be an amateur. It's okay to be a beginner. I was a beginner many, many times in my life for many things that I've done. So I don't mind starting something new. I'm not scared of starting something new. And that's what's exciting. So I think that wraps up today's monthly review. Let me know how you liked it and send your feedback down below. Also, please share your answer to the bonus question down below. What season of life are you in right now? And remember, all seasons, all stages are okay. You might be in like a celebratory phase, or you might be in your lowest state ever, and that's okay. You know, we've all been experiencing the ups and downs ourselves. You are not alone. So sending you lots of love, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.